Hi, I'm Greg Undo with Steinberg. We're here at the Winter NAMM 2017 show. Let's take a quick look at some of the new functionality found in HALion 6. So some new things that we're going to see in HALion 6 is, one, it's going to be working with a soft e-licenser for the first time, so you won't have to have a USB e-licenser key. With that, it also adds a new plugin format so that it'll be an AAX plugin. So at that point, you could, our colleagues using Pro Tools and stuff like that as well will be able to use it. Now, one of the things that always is great about HALion is you could have all of your various windows, and they could be independently docked and split and floated, so you could actually tear apart parts of the user interface as you want to see. But some new instrument sound sets is going to come with is the ability of, we're going to have two new pianos, and if you wanted the piano to be bright or very kind of mellow sounding, you could kind of just see all of your different velocity layers. So we have Raven, which is going to be kind of more designed for pop music. For more classical, this will have up to 12 velocity layers in the Eagle. And then also a number of specific instrument families, including hot brass. And with this, you could actually have your modulation matrix as well as different voicings, arpeggio. So if you wanted to turn on arpeggios to do different brass licks, you're able to do that. So more synthesizers. And one of the new things is, with HALion 5, we had the ability of doing an organ oscillator, a synthesizer, as well as samples. And now, if I wanted to come here, we could actually have new zones. And when we go to new zones, that includes a wavetable zone. So at this point, we could actually just kind of look at your wavetable, and as you play, you could actually kind of see the audio kind of go through the different waveforms as you wanted to see here. So, and if you wanted to see this and do different editing, again, you could just kind of come over here, and if you want to see like the mapping or the sample, or even get into doing all the wavetable editing, so very powerful for that. Now, we also have a new instrument for doing different, so let's say if I wanted to just go to load and let's say edit, and let's go to our macro called Skylab, and we can think of this as being more ethereal sounds. So if you want to work with that, and this will do some granular synthesis built in. And then finally, kind of like a session string, so studio strings. So again, allowing you to have multiple different instruments here with multiple articulations, and again, being able to use that with the built-in arpeggiators and modulation matrix. So really super high quality sounds. I believe it's about 25 gigs of content total just with HALion. But the exciting thing is now we could actually just come here, we could have a new window and say, okay, we're gonna have built-in scripting, which is gonna aid in creating sounds. So we want to make it easy for people to actually create sound. So when we come here, we can say, let's go to my sample recorder. And at this point, we could actually enable a sidechain input within the plugin. And then I could route any audio signals. So say if I had an audio track, at that point, I could just say, I want to send the output of that into the sidechain. And this would allow me to sample directly into HALion. So I think it's the only software sampler I could think of that actually allows you to sample, and you could set it by doing different thresholds, so it could automatically do that, and all sorts of, if you want to stop, some different options, so you could actually just, have it automatically go to the next, where you want it coming from, different options to set the root key, so if you wanted to do multiple audio files very quickly, and to have that set up so you can very, very easily sample creatively. So if you have a large number of different sounds, you can route it to a group and then just sample that whole group and just, one or two mouse clicks. Now, once you've kind of created your own sounds, one of the beautiful things is we can come here and have a macro page designer. So if I wanted to come here, we can say, okay, I wanted to build now something that's like my graphic user interface for this. What you're able to do is I could say, okay, I wanted to have, flex phrasers, or say, okay, I wanted knobs, sliders, menus. So let's say I just wanted to come here and go through different knobs, and you could drag and drop and create your own different instrument sounds and be able to create your own user interface. And then end users can easily create their own instruments and sell them if they want to. So what you're going to see is with the ability of HALion 6 to have everyone not only to have wonderful sounds are included, incredible flexibility, wavetable synthesis, regular synthesis, samples, an organ oscillator, the ability of really creative sampling techniques with internal recording and routing, but also the new sounds. So if you want to have 2 new pianos, which are often used in many different songs, you wanted to have brass, strings, more ethereal sounds with Skylab, Anima for doing wavetable synthesis, and the ability to create your own instruments with custom GUIs. That's what HALion 6 is really great at accomplishing for your needs.